You are listening to the Wisecracker podcast.
Shaq's on the cube. I can't believe Shaq fits in the cube.
Did they make
Shaq's
the cube
a
bigger
cube.
for Shaq?
Is Dwayne Wade still hosting the cube?
Last time I checked, which was the only time I checked, which was a while ago.
The cube had to bring in Shaq to get the ratings up. That is funny that's continued.
To bring in Shaq to win.
Yeah, they literally, the ratings for TV shows get so bad, or for car commercials, the things get so bad. Yeah, sorry, I have all the pillows. You know what I do? I sit on stuff, like, because this couch is good, but it doesn't have the what's it called? Good seats for being a
seat
couch.
Part of the couch.
Yeah, they sink down so bad that you just get no support.
This is okay.
I get support in everything. I get so much support in most of my life. I've yet to find a chair that can support me. I also smell bad right now. I didn't shower because we're gonna go to the gym. We're gonna go to the hot tub.
Right.
Go hot tub.
The hot tubs for shower.
We're gonna go to talk to MKKK Ultra at the hot tub.
Will he be there?
Dude, he's always there. He's always there, and he never recognizes me because the government wipes his memory.
Do you think? I mean, we should get him on the podcast.
I know. We said this before.
I feel like that's all we do is bring up crazy people you interact with and then be like, yeah,
we should get them
let's get him on the podcast.
We should get Putin on.
Yeah.
Putin. What a funny name. What a funny fellow. Because I try to find news to talk, like things to talk about. And like when you Google news.com or whatever, it says, it's always like, if Democrats, McCarthy unveiling, litigations, and it's like stupid shit. I want to see John Morant murdering someone. You know, that story needs to keep back up because he's not even playing in this game.
Yeah, we're watching a basketball game as we're recording right now.
It was between this and the fluoride people having a screen because we always feel weird.
Audience.
Yeah,
it's weird to perform to nobody.
When you're what's it called? A live theater prodigy like I am. It's weird to be talking and not having at least
something to look at.
8, 9, 10 people in the audience to looking back.
Now we
at
got 10 guys in the audience and they're dribbling a basketball. Jaw's not playing.
No.
He hurt his hand. Probably on a gun.
Yeah, he probably hurt his finger too much. We can't just be watching basketball.
I know, but it's dark because it's on.
Should we turn it off? Let's have it on.
Yeah, I think we can do it.
We can do this.
This is a good test. This is like if you really want to do something. This is like if you're on a date with a girl at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah,
if you really like her, you'll talk to her. But you know the game is on right behind her, and you got to get over the urge.
That's actually
just
funny.
Watch the screen.
That's funny. You should mention that because, I'm hesitant to talk about this because I literally just yesterday said that most of my stories now and the things I can talk about on the podcast have to do with being around girls. And I don't want it to seem like I'm pussy bragging. I would hate to have anyone think that I am cool. I'm not. I just watched Batman and Superman again today.
Again?
I watched it last night. I started watching last night.
I
accidentally turned on the 3-hour
I'm so
one.
busy. I got so much to do.
It was during
Watching
lunch.
3 hours of Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, it really stinks. But so, okay. We're at the bar and we sit next to this redhead girl who ends up being very autistic. And I can tell later. But they had the fucking NBA game on, and I kept like a bug just kind of floating towards it because the Thunder were wearing bright orange jerseys, and then the other team, who I don't even remember who it was because the jerseys, it could have been it literally could have been the Celtics, and they were wearing like bright purple. So I was just like, oh, like I wanted to I couldn't stop looking at it. But yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings, that's where all the funniest conversations happen. So that's what we should do, is have it be we should be eating.
Is there a Buffalo Wild Wings around here? I was looking for the
hot.
closest
Yeah.
Applebee's by me.
There's every single
and there
chain.
Isn't one. There's just
like in like Culver City in that Westfield Mall. There's a lot of
nice.
chains. To the point where now there's
yeah, we should do this at the mall.
Chain Thursday is a thing that I'm a part of, where a bunch of rich kids from Santa Monica I've met all get together and spend $1,000 every Thursday night at Applebee's or wherever.
See how the upper middle class slums it.
These places aren't cheap. You go to fucking BJ's. I got one beer and a burger with fries, and it was like $24. It's like, that's not cheap. I mean, nothing's cheap anymore now that we kicked Mr. Business out of being Prezi.
Yeah, the beer, the BJ's are expensive.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, you get Joe Biden in there, the BJ's are going to get more expensive, the restaurant, and the sex, and the sex jobs. I want to have a sex job, more sex change. I want sex full dollars, less sex change, and more sex dollar bills.
Bucks.
Sex bucks. We're introducing a new things in our freedom towns, sex bucks. It's
a social credit system like in China, but it's you gotta be doing a lot of fucking to get.
We don't want to hear about sex change.
Credit.
We want kids to be thinking about getting sex bucks. And they'll come to you. They'll say, "Teacher, I'm poor. I can't afford lunch. I can't do it." And teacher can say, "Just have sex with one of your classmates. They'll give you a buck."
And then pay her again to keep her quiet.
I can't wait. I cannot wait.
He dropped some new NFTs.
Yes. Yeah,
just in time for Phillies season Sixers playoff run. There's one where he's holding the Liberty Bell.
Might have to buy it and put it up somewhere.
Might have to buy it.
I still don't know what the fuck you're supposed to do with NFTs.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess hold them, make some money until you're telling me about it.
Yeah.
At which point it's far too late, and you better sell it.
I don't like anything online. I don't like the fact that when I move money, when I move my what's it called, my sexual change, because it's not bucks, it's change. I'll call the bank. I'll be like, "Hey, can you put this in this account?" Because I don't like doing it online.
Yeah, really?
I don't order food online because I am like, I'll fuck it up. I would legitimately rather call the Chinese restaurant and have that's
to real life China.
That's saying something.
I think I'm pro change. Speaking of change, because I told you.
Oh yeah.
Shay and I bought like $40 of groceries in change. And
That's
the woman at the
done,
self-checkout came over and she's like, "Oh, this is how the other machine broke. Too much coins."
Fuck you.
I was like, "Okay."
Did you put it in the Coinstar or did you pay at the
No, because the Coinstar takes a percentage. So
Yeah,
you could
fuck
go to the
Coinstar.
Coinstar, dump your change. They'd give you bills. They'd give you sex bucks. But then you'd be giving them a sex percentage before you put it in the sex self-checkout line. Yeah,
So
we
you
just
literally paid at the register?
Yeah, like took out bags
Wow.
of change.
That's
And
so poor.
one at a time.
People look at me weird when I pay with cash.
Yeah, this was just
I went to the Home
bags of
Depot today to
change.
buy 1 3/4 screws. Because I'm drilling new holes in my penis. But they
For leakage.
yeah, the guy was like surprised when I pulled out $1.50 instead of putting that on the card. And then I went to Staples to print out
that seems to not be
resume.
a thing around here. Places used to not like when you would pull out a card when it's $1. Mm-hmm. But now they don't like when you pull out $1 when it's $1.
Well, because I thought that they would get like charged for it.
Yeah, like American Express and whoever takes a percentage. They're like the Coinstar of credit cards.
Yeah, I love banks, but having it be, it's just weird paying $1. Like when I went to print stuff out at Staples, I had to put the credit card in, and then it's like there's a $5 hold on it. I don't understand why. If you just print,
so you have to print $5 worth, or wait
no,
around for them to get back to
you.
I
literally the amount of stuff I needed printed was 26 cents, and then I was like, well, I might as well print duplicates to have for later because I need to round it up to at least $1 because it's charging the card. But I can't just walk in. You can't walk in. I mean, when are they going to get rid of coins to the point where it's now just annoying to even have bills?
Yeah, I don't know. To switch to national NFT currency, maybe. I'm hoping they're the Trump NFTs that they switch to.
I don't know if I can have the TV on.
It's too distracting.
I think it sucks power from me. I think it's like it like fucking takes some of my brainwaves away. Like, well, I'll tell you why. It's because I just saw the fucking commercial for the Peter Pan, the new Peter Pan, and now I'm pissed.
There's a new Peter Pan?
You have to know about this.
I don't know
the
anything.
Fucking
I intentionally
Peter Pan.
know as little about everything as possible.
It's a new Disney Peter Pan. I've only seen the trailer. Maybe it's good.
Oh, did we?
It starts with Tinkerbell's black now, which is she's really sexy. The black.
Well, makes sense.
The girl that they cast is like she's fucking hot. Which like that's not good. You can't have Tinkerbell be, because if Tinkerbell is hotter than Wendy,
then the choice is too easy. Because that's what Peter Pan is about, is who are you going to choose to fuck?
Wait, is it not?
Wendy or Tinkerbell?
Tinkerbell really wants to fuck Peter Pan.
Yeah, it's all about...
Wendy really wants to be his mom.
And then Tiger Lily's just sort of his casual girlfriend sometimes.
Is that the native?
That's the indigenous...
Well, because you can't say Indian anymore. Not because that's wrong, but because the new Peter Pan is an Indian kid. He comes through the window and he's like...
So there's more dancing in this
He's
one?
like, do you want my...
Is it like Slumdog?
That would be really cool if they did actual like Indian dance. But no, I'm okay with having Peter Pan be a little Indian kid. I think that's fine because... And there's no punchline of this. I'm not setting up a joke. I know it sounds like I am. There were a lot of Indians back then in England. back then. Not anymore. They've been run out by the... Does it take place back then? Ooh. I always assume Peter Pan takes place during WW1. But there's an Indian... The Peter Pan's Indian now. The Tinkerbell is really hot. Like, just honestly, I should stop saying this because I have no idea how old the actress is. I don't care anymore. I really don't care.
Do they hire someone young to play Tinkerbell?
Oh,
because
God.
Tinkerbell's so small.
God, I hope not. Yeah, they didn't want to...
It's got to be someone...
I think it's actually a small person.
Yeah, if you give the role of Tinkerbell to a non-little person...
And we're not talking like a little stubber.
I'm talking about someone who's 2 inches tall.
Maybe that's their next name when people start using little person as a slur or as like a funny thing to call your friends. Like, you fucking little person. Maybe I think they should change it to stub. The stubbers. And then they get to say stub-us. Anyway.
That'll work.
Fucking Tinkerbell is a hot black. She's still small, which is all that really matters. I don't care. It doesn't matter that she's white. If they made her a tall black
do they specifically
girl,
say she's white in the other stuff?
You never think they do, and that's the thing with like Lord of the Rings. People were mad because they made all of them black. But it was like, well, they don't like say they're racing it. But back then, well, hold on. Back then, all of those fucking writers, they'd be like, Peter Pan, skinny, 12 years old, fair-skinned, very white, will never be Indian. Because they loved talking about how white the fucking, even like, every Disney princess in the books, in the source material, they really nailed down the fact that they are white. They don't leave anything to the imagination.
Did they update the pirates to be Somalian?
No, all the pirates. So, okay, this is the thing. All the good guys, and I'm not saying I don't like this or this isn't a good thing, but all the good guys are Chinese, black, Indian, and all the pirates are white.
Wait a minute. Next, you're going to tell me that not all the Lost Boys are boys.
In the trailer, they show the Lost Boys. First one's a black girl. Ding ding already. It could be a white girl. Wrong. They're boys. There's a reason that they're boys too. It's an analogy to World War One. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But they show the Lost Boys. There's not a single boy among them. It's a black girl, 2 Asian girls. Someone has Down syndrome. That's true. But, and I looked it up. Turns out half of England's population back then did technically have Down syndrome. So that's actually more accurate than the source material.
They are always getting lost.
Yeah. Never go in no man's land. Whatever. Yeah,
I
they
got
all
away from my mom.
Well,
at
that's
the
where the
mall.
Lost Boys come. Is
I
from
ended up in
they
Netherlands.
go into the candy aisle.
Yeah, they just all get lost.
The
at
British
mall.
grocery stores.
I
No,
think
there
it's
is
they
there
get
is-
lost at a park.
Yeah, it's a park, and the reason that there are no lost girls is because the girls are smart enough to not get lost, and I think that's the reasoning.
Yes,
But now we got
But we
we
now
got
know
equity now, you dumb
women
bitches.
are equally as
You're
stupid.
fucking stupid now. And you're Chinese twins. And but then
Interesting.
yeah, the Wendy's still, I think a white girl.
Wendy.
Wendy's. What she could at least have been fat.
Or Wendy Williams.
Remember when she fainted?
Which time? I mean,
She's always fucking
there's the
fainting.
one where she's like painted like
she's the Statue of Liberty. Yeah.
and I'm guessing
They gotta turn the lights down. in that
did the
studio.
being painted have anything to do with it?
No, she's just wearing like a hat and like a dress.
She just kind of faints.
Yeah. I don't know anything about Wendy
Well,
Williams.
Still praying for her after that.
That would be
hopefully
Wendy
full
Williams would be a safe bet for the next celebrity death at any point.
There's just so many celebrities.
If we don't have a MyBookie sponsorship this week, but we are back. We do.
But we will have
We
one.
we are back. So
everybody, please listen up. Take a week off from gambling.
yeah, and then next
And
week
then next
come
week,
back with the
double
promo
down,
code.
Do the same amount you used to. I know that's
Wendy
how addicts
Williams is a
overdose,
goner!
but it's not going to happen to you.
Wendy Williams is gonna die April 28th, 2023. When is that? Oh, that doesn't leave enough time.
Oh, tomorrow's 420. I guess if you care. If you care about that.
Weed.
I just checked my watch.
Smoking the weed.
Oh, I wasn't talking about weed. I was talking about celebrating the birthday of Adolf Hitler.
Bum bum biddy bum bum biddy dum bum biddy dum biddy beam bum bum beam bum bum bee bee bum. I these Jews, man.
These ethnic minorities are hushing my mellow.
Oh, yeah. Hitler was a pothead.
He was a pothead.
He was a stoner art guy.
That's what they don't tell you. Like most failed artists, huge pothead.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Hitler
he had
that gas.
He
bro.
had when the Russians found
Too
him
soon.
when the Russians found him in his bunker. He had a steel drum,
It was-
which is my favorite instrument. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, you have said that steel
Yeah,
drum is your
it's
favorite
my
instrument.
favorite instrument.
Is it just the vibes and memories
Yeah.
associated with it?
I think I associate. So there's a specific memory.
because I was once locked in a basement and tortured with jumper cables, and the guy was playing a steel drum. So that's what I associate it with.
Yeah,
But you
this
think of,
the
like, the
steel drum
boardwalk?
for me was, I think I was like 5. Yeah, I was like 5, and it was early September, and we had the music teacher in my elementary school or kindergarten was playing the steel drum, and then we all kind of like there was like everyone froze, and there was like moment where the teachers all started talking, and then people's parents started showing up and taking people out of school. And I was like, well, we were learning the steel drum and now school's over. And then like people's parents were like, 9/11 just happened. And now you don't have to be in school. And I was like, fuck yeah. We were in school for like 40 minutes. It was like, we got into school at like 8:30 and then 9/11 happened. And then we learned, but the steel drum was the only thing in school. So I associate that with... I associate the steel drum with a short work day.
School early.
And then I associate 9/11 with the steel drum. But what it actually was
9/11
was
with the steel beam drum.
It was I think Fort Lauderdale when we were kids. I have a specific memory of eating a big gummy snake. And just walking past a homeless.
I remember that too. You swallowed it whole.
Yeah. Well, because that was a funny thing. We were with our grandma.
We need someone small to play Tinkerbell, and I like the way you just sucked down that entire snake candy.
We do you mind shifting? Just pressing. It's the you know my code. The 1-button code. Big advocate of that.
We're back. We never left as far as
the Graham was afraid of snakes, and I didn't know that. So when I bought the big gummy snake, I then found out she was afraid of snakes, so I had to eat it as quickly as possible. And this is a real memory. I remember trying to eat it fast.
Gotta get rid of this, or she's gonna be startled.
Yeah, but yeah, hearing the steel drum. There was a time in high school where for one of the basketball games, a kid played the steel drum during the national anthem. And I got so excited that it was a tear. Like it was the only time, I think maybe the only time in my life, a tear of joy. It was like, let's go! And my eyes watered so much that I did actually have like a single drop of. And I'm such a fucking patriot too. I'm like, so when I hear a steel drum and it's playing my favorite fucking song. My favorite instrument playing my favorite song. It's like I'm gonna know Sean Moreno, Nick Sirianni during the Super Bowl fucking leak from my eyes. It wasn't even. I didn't even mean to. It was just
passion.
It's my passion. Yeah.
Speaking of our grandmother being afraid of snakes, our mom was also very afraid of spiders.
Yeah, I got that.
Do women still have a specific animal fear they carry around with them?
I think
like everyone's afraid of all animals secretly, but I feel like it was a much bigger thing where people would have like their favorite animal to fear.
Women don't like bugs in general. I think women used to be afraid of adult men. But that's come and gone because of sex bucks.
And we kill all the snakes and spiders and bugs.
But
I just remember it being like a bigger part of people's personalities.
Well, women still like
of
that.
Indiana Jones? Did that make it cool to be afraid of an animal?
Be afraid of, maybe no.
Am I just thinking of being a child?
I don't like fucking snakes or if a fucking snake. I mean, I like gizzards. I like lizards and gizzards. We saw a good gizzard. We saw a good giz. What is a gizzard?
Lizard.
Is it gizzard?
Gizzard's like a part of like a chicken or.
We saw a lizard.
Lizard is like the scaly animal.
That was a fucking iguana, dude. It was a small iguana attached to the wall of your apartment.
Have you seen lizards like that out here?
Not that big. I've seen little guys.
This may have been an escaped pet situation.
Or a baby. Maybe.
I didn't check its collar.
Maybe someone has an iguana and they came home from their shift at El Pollo Loco.
The iguana gave
and
birth.
There's just 1,000 eggs and they just were like, no. And they threw it out on the street.
That is the best part of having a reptile pet is eventually it getting to the size where you have to flush it down the toilet.
Yeah, I love flushing shit. I had a razor. Two things I do when you're in an apartment that you don't own. Every morning, bacon grease, down the drain, down the drain in the sink. That's not my problem. I'm not going to be here 13 years when they have to rip out the entire fucking house.
Just feeding the fishies. bacon grease.
Well, the reason you don't do that is because it clogs the drains, right? It gets, or is it
Yeah.
bad for?
Well, yeah, it hardens up in your pipes.
Yeah,
Who knows?
but that's not. They're not going to give me my security deposit back anyway. I put lights up in one fucking picture. The security deposit's gone. Oh yeah, but fucking Gillette razor head. I popped it off. Hit every fucking piece of everything, ceiling, back down, bounced around, and then just straight into my toilet. And I was like, I'm not going to reach my hand in there. I live with another man. I can't reach in there. Oh, it was sitting right there, like right in the dip, like right in the hole.
Oh, and you didn't.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
Grab it.
Hands?
This is why you need one of those German toilets for inspecting your own shit. Have you ever heard of one of those?
No, I flushed it. I flushed the razor blades.
There's apparently these German toilets that have a little shelf in them, so you shit into the water, and then it keeps your shit at like a higher level, so you can inspect your own shit.
No, fuck that.
I'm telling you, I don't know what's up with these people.
Hitler had that in his bunker.
Yeah, I don't know.
He would sit on his toilet. That's where he had all his best ideas. He would sit on his toilet on his squatty potty. He'd be playing the steel drum. And then he'd be shitting onto a platform in his toilet, and he'd be like, we will use chambers. Whatever. And then, yeah, I flushed it. It's gone. There's a razor blade in the fucking sewer somewhere. Sorry. What was I going to do? Reach in there? I don't think so. I do not think so. Took a shit before we started.
Nice.
I was saying I'm not good at taking shits. And I had the thought, too,
when you need to do something, you're not good, or just...
No. I'm just not good at... I'm like, I don't know if everyone... I can't have shit in my ass. I gotta be clean. But, and it's maybe the most Democrat opinion that I have, is that I want a bidet. I want a bidet. I want...
Yeah, how are bidets politically coded?
Oh, this is easy.
Pretty left-wing. Normally when stuff's shooting up your ass, I guess that's...
Democrat.
left-wing
Bidets are Democrats. Wiping your ass with single ply not well enough is Republican. And then moderate is baby wipes.
Baby wipes.
Moderate is like you're still wiping like a man. Like a he him. I'm a he him. I'm a red-blooded he him.
What were those dude wipes?
Yeah, those are
were they called dude wipes?
Dude wipes, if it's like the spectrum, dude wipes are right of center. And bidet is like far left. I would say honestly, wiping your ass with like leaves while you're buck hunting is far right. What's center left?
Pages of the phone book.
Oh no, you know what far right is?
Different types of people wipe their ass.
Far right is taking a shit and then just not wiping and just taking a shower.
Just pulling your pants right back up, getting back to work.
Pull yourself up from your shit covered pants.
Pull my bootstraps up over my shit ass.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Women with the
shitting
with the spiders.
Peter Pan.
Oh right, this is the thing that women do now on the dating apps. Pussy bragging again.
You should have to label how you wipe on the dating apps. Yeah,
well, that's one of it. It's like I'm a Pisces. I'm 5'6". I use the phone book pages.
I go to church, but I use the phone book pages to wipe my ass.
Women do this thing now where they'll say like, I'm looking for someone to come over. It's just someone to kill bugs for me or whatever the fuck. And it's such a stupid thing because it's like they know that like anytime you respond to that, it's like come over and kill a spider, or like mount my TV. That's another one. It's like I need someone to mount it. I was this
Is this just
close.
a way to get free around the house maintenance and pest control?
No, it's just a way to seem like you're not a slut when you are. Because it's like, oh no, he
I
came
see.
into my room. It's like they'll do anything to get you into their room,
You have
and
to
they'll
kill
say,
this bug that's in my bed, and you have to get under the covers with
"That's
me
what
to
they say."
find it.
But it's like literally like, bitch, I'll come over and kill a fucking dog for you. I'll kill a perfectly healthy like dog.
That's what you want?
I'll fucking like if it gets me into your room, I'll kill a dog. I will actually I'll do a cry. Like I don't just say you come over. Like it's just like I'm not a slut. I'm not a fucking whore. Come over and kill one daddy long legs for me and then I'll suck your dick. It's like you're not fooling anyone, man. Women try so hard to pretend they're not sluts and they're like I'm not doing anything. No, I don't do that.
I'm a white girl. Can you kill this dog? It's my ex. Because white girls
fuck dogs. Which I have no problem with. A dick is a dick, pussy's pussy. I'm a Democrat.
Love is love, baby.
I'm a Democrat, dude. Woo! I want the bidet. I want the sex change. I want the sex dollars. I'm far left. I want the bidet. I want the sex dollars.
Universal basic sex dollars income.
Trump just proposed something like that.
Universal sex dollars income.
No, not that exactly. It was I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. It's just boring. This is what happens. We get on a roll and it's just like just got shook.
It's boring.
What do I have to talk about? Oh, me and Cody watched a documentary on Netflix where man, they really made me think about going vegetarian for like 30 seconds. They just
Was it showing you the animals?
No, I don't give a shit about that. It was about they brought in like Division 1 athletes and were like, if you eat lettuce all day, your penis is harder at night. And then they did like they had Arnold Schwarzenegger on and everything, and they were just talking about how like you get protein from the animals get protein from what they eat, and then you get protein from the animals. Why don't we just get the protein from the things that the animals eat? It was basically a Netflix. It was a George Soros funded documentary about eating fucking dog food or whatever. But I was
actually, this is Arnold Schwarzenegger's son that he had with that maid, and I think that if you eat the bugs, it's good and it's better than the animals.
They did
one of those things.
They did a test. They were big time of like it is better. Like they did a test where they would take people's bloods and then they would show like the blood plasma the day after eating a burrito with meat versus the day after eating a burrito with no meat, and they were like, see, the blood plasma is foggy, which means that your blood circulation's worse. And they're just saying things that I have no fucking idea what that...
Could that be the burrito itself?
They're like, if you get this vaccine, you'll be able to lift heavier at the gym. And I'm like, I don't think that's true. Everyone I know that got it is sick for 2.5 weeks.
Oh, I thought you meant the steroid.
Oh, no, the vegan vaccine. The vegetarian vaccine. And the vaccines probably aren't vegan. Did they test them on animals?
I thought there was this whole thing about stem cell research where people were upset.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Maybe I think I specifically remember the COVID vaccine wasn't tested on animals.
There was something in one of the processes that used like stem cells, I think, and people were not happy.
That's cool. I love stem cell
but
shit.
Honestly, can't really remember.
I want to go down to Santo Domingo where they feed you aborted baby protein shakes.
Really?
And hit legs.
Wow.
But yeah, they went to this guy who lifted the most weight anyone's ever lifted, and he carried it like 18 feet. And he's like, he's vegetarian. And then they did like the worst part of the documentary, though. I forget what it was called. Don't watch it. There was a part where the fucking they had like 3 Division 1 athletes come in, and they literally hooked up like a device to their penis. Yeah, they started kissing. It was all men. So
I mean, what you said was also you said penis, and I.
Yeah, but you immediately thought that they were guys hooking up, which is gay. I'm doing hard cock research, Mac. That's straight.
Athletes can be men and women, and somewhere in between.
Male athletes hooking up is Democrats. Hooking up a penis, a thing to your penis to see how hard you get at night. That's Republican. So yeah, they hooked up a device to the base of their penis and the tip of their penis to see how hard they would get after eating meat and after a day of eating veggies, and they were like, see, you're actually harder when you only eat veggies. And then I was like, well, that's because you're like angry. You know, you've ever had a hard boner? You ever got so mad that you're like, oh, and you're just hard?
Like a not satisfied hunger too, maybe.
Yeah, you're not satisfied stomach.
I'm not
and
getting
mind,
meat,
body, stomach, and then your dick is like, I need to at least.
All the blood from my brain from not eating my brain foods has to go somewhere.
Right.
What unit of measurement did they use to determine how hard a penis was?
What was it? TPI. Throbs per inch.
They put like a little tire gauge on the end of the dick.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But the problem with it was the guy who was doing the experiment was like, see, your penis got 85% harder. And I was like, dude, you like this too much. You like this way too much.
I also...
Talking about these young men's cocks.
There is a weird thing with Netflix, and I don't know why. It really seems like when they put something out that has the official story... it's not the full story.
I don't
or
ever
it's
buy it.
Wrong, or I don't believe it for some reason.
How many Netflix Unabomber documentaries do I have to watch where they don't frame him as the good guy?
Yeah, it just does.
Until
it's so
I'm like,
biased.
this isn't the vegetarian.
They don't even say that he had left-wing views, like his bidet.
Yeah, nah, I don't know. We were just watching because I had turned it on, and then sometimes it was interesting.
Netflix fucked up recently because they were gonna have the Love Is Blind live reunion, and then they just couldn't do it. Like it wasn't. The streaming was broken.
You saw he was working there. Dave Chappelle exposed that.
Yeah, and I don't.
All the good trannies quit.
Well, here's the. That's also the problem with everything now is something's broken, like the Netflix stream, and then I go on to Netflix.com or whatever and about the corporation, and of course everything's about how diverse and inclusive.
Whoa, what are you saying, Tucker Carlson?
It sucks that things break now, and you can go and there's like this thing that could easily be used by a worse person than me as maybe a bigoted excuse.
Disavow this opinion, Mac. I stand with our freaks. No, I'm kidding. You haven't heard. The trans people are the unity. They're the horseshoe curve, because being trans is as far Democrat as you can be. But being trans is also as far Republican as you can be.
Yeah, they've got Caitlyn Jenner out there arguing against the Bud Light cans.
It's really a beautiful thing. I don't think we've talked about Bud Light stuff on it. I love that. That's awesome. That's so fucking cool. I think the thing people had a problem with was that they're like, Bud Light's not for the frat boy beer alcoholic anymore. Which I have a problem with, because that's not fair. I have a fucking Budweiser.
Have you seen any of these cans people are mad at either? Like,
no,
I don't think I would have
exist.
known. I wouldn't have known it was a thing except for the people that were upset about it.
No, and I would pick it up too. Shotgunning the can, putting your key on the woman's face, and just pushing it in, and then throwing that down your suck hole in under a second and a half. And then saying trans rights, You know how fun that is? You have to start treating these things like they're fun. Because I know all of our listeners are bigots. Treat these things like they're fun because they are. It's like, oh, people were going trans. I don't like that. Why? Why don't you? I don't care. I'm not going trans. If I keep drinking this and watching that and drinking the tap water, then I will. But I'm not right now. And it's fun.
Just ride the wave.
It's cool. It's fun. They're having fun. Let them have,
listen to the steel drum.
let them in the schools. Let them in the schools. Who cares? And then if it goes bad, you get to say, I told you so. If it goes bad, you say, I told you so. And then you can take exact vengeance. And we can have a little, fun little fire. We can have a little fire. But for now, go to the pride parades. Have some fucking fun. Just have it be a reason to drink. You people, you fuckers love having a reason to drink.
Don't take away holidays.
Put the bidet in. Have your fucking ass be clean. Go to the fucking gay store and be trans. Fucking, drink the Bud Light. Just fucking have the opinions, go to church. Have hate in your heart, but don't have hate on your tongue. And at the party.
Go to the gay store recently. It was a thrift store called Out of the Closet.
Oh, I know. I've driven past that.
Yeah.
Very gay.
That was the gayest store I've ever been in, possibly. They weren't selling Bud Light, though.
What's the gayest? Yeah. That's pretty gay.
There was
a store called Out of the Closet. It's pretty gay.
There was another one that was like a small bookstore, and they had
in West Hollywood.
Yeah. And they had a sign in the window, not advertising the books, but advertising the poppers. So it was a bookstore.
How do you take poppers?
You just pop them.
There used to be a like a rice.
Right?
There used to be a like a Kellogg's Rice Krispie treat like bag, like it was like a small Rice Krispie treat covered in chocolate, and they were called poppers. And Snap, Crackle, and Pop were on the bag, and you could see they all had thumbs in each other's asses.
You see their one hand, but you don't see what they're doing with the other hand.
I don't know what the fuck Snap is for, but I can assume Pop is for popper. Take a popper. Crackle is for ass crack. Open it up.
Snap on a condom.
Yeah. Yes.
Crackle open that ass. Pop your dick in.
Most of the billboards by where you live are just like pictures of condoms being like, use it, and then Elton John. Just Elton John being like,
or a
don't
picture
get
of
AIDS.
a baby that's like, don't have me. Have you seen that one?
No. Is that real?
Yeah.
Don't have a baby, be gay.
Anti-natalism or whatever. Yeah, they don't want you to have a baby.
Are women doing that?
I don't know.
Who's doing that?
The billboards. Whoever votes on the big billboards.
Big adult. See, grown-ups hate kids. Kids hate grown-ups. But I think we can all agree we don't like babies. But who's paying for the anti-baby signs?
If you don't like babies, this is why we should bring back the smokers section, because that could also be the child-free section.
I still don't believe secondhand smoke's a thing, to get back to science denial. One of the 4 things that we do on the podcast.
I'm not positive about it either.
Gay, sports, science denying, racism. Welcome to the Wisecracker podcast.
Yeah, I don't know. I do know that. No, I do know. Cigarettes are bad for you, and weed is healthy for you.
I couldn't agree less, but I think nicotine. I think nicotine's really good.
Yeah, it could be that
every
weed is really bad for you and nicotine's. I know that one is good for you and one is bad for you, but I don't know which one's which.
Who'd you rather be, Frank Sinatra or Snoop Dogg? I guess that's actually not the easiest question. I thought it was.
They both live pretty interesting lives.
Yeah,
that was the dumbest thing I think I've ever heard someone say. Actually, it was a high school gym class. After running the mile, this kid was already such a chain smoker that he couldn't breathe, and he was sort of legitimately saying, as he was coughing up a lung, like, I gotta smoke more weed to clean the tar out of my lungs.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's true. I kind of always took that as the truth and just ran with it.
If he was going home and like coughing up black pebbles, then yeah, it could be true. I guess weed does make you cough.
Yeah, maybe it just clears up.
Oh my God. We went to the weed store like 2 weeks ago to buy literally.
Yeah. No worse advertisement for weed than the people who work at the weed
My
store.
friend gave me money to buy him weed because he was working. And I literally went in and was like, hey, do you have this? Because it was a specific thing he wanted that and the fucking person behind the counter, these people were always so insufferable. They're like, oh, well, that stinks. That brand, they might have been the first, but they're definitely going to be they're not the last. And if you smoke that, you're actually a little bit of a lightweight. And this brand is actually hits much,
You're making
much
them a little
harder.
too peppy though, because they're saying that. But
Oh,
they're like,
true.
No, that stuff hits harder.
Yeah, it's so fucking annoying talking to them.
I am gonna celebrate the weed holiday tomorrow and not Hitler's birthday.
And I was like, I'm actually buying a specific thing for a friend. I don't want anything else. I just want the thing. And
Yeah,
like,
you went with a brand name in mind, and you were like, "Give me that."
yeah, I was like, I have the money that
I did my research beforehand.
it's not for me. It's not my money. I'm not gonna buy something different. And I just left. I didn't buy shit. Fuck that. Fuck these drug dealers, man. Death penalty for the legal weed dealers. If you're enough of a nerd, sell fucking fentanyl. Sell shit that's real. Sell stuff that has some fucking teeth, man.
I agree. It is a very halfway in, halfway out selling legal drugs.
It's so much.
Coward.
It's the people behind the fucking CVS pharmacy desk, pharmacists and people that work at MedMen and barbers and gypsies. See, that's all it takes. Just takes a little steel drum, a little bit of hate in your heart.
And we're back.
These guys hated me. I didn't tell you this. Saturday night, we were out on the town, and the night's winding down. I'm talking to this girl, Pussy Brag. This really stopped again? Whatever, fuck it. We'll just go on without it. Now we know for next time. I was talking to this girl, and then her friend was there, and this other guy who was an Eagles fan. We all started talking. We were outside the bar. We go to leave and to come back to the apartment. And these guys, probably like a group of 22-year-olds, just come walking past me and the people I'm with, and they're just like, fuck you, you fat bag. To me, they're like, fuck. The one guy's just like, fuck you. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, hey, listen.
Did they think you were Shane Gillis?
1 for 2 on that, okay? Like, I don't know. Sorry. Like, I don't know what I did. I have no idea what I did. Still don't know what I did. The group that I'm with are like, what did you do? I'm like, I don't know. And there was really only the one guy that was very mad at me. So we keep walking to come back here. And it's me, the 2 girls, and then another guy that I just met, but he's an Eagles fan, so he's family. It ended up being more of a real one than I could have ever imagined, because we are halfway to my house, and we see these guys again. And it's just a group of 6 of them standing on the corner, and they just start chanting. They're like, fuck you, and they do like creative chants. They're like, I believe that you suck dick. They didn't say that, but they weren't that good. But I was like, this is funny. Like, this is, I don't know why they're doing this, but And true, I know when I'm wrong. I know when I have done something and someone's mad at me. I have never seen any of these people in my entire life. And I'm just like, the girls are scared. I'm like, just keep walking. It's fine. Like they'll wear themselves out. And like one guy we're walking with, he's like, nah. He stands up for my honor. He says they're not allowed to talk to you like that. He starts walking across the street to them. I was like, hey, come on. So then I go up after him. I'm 5 feet behind him. He goes, the guys are like, oh, he wants to fight. It's 1v6. This guy approaches the biggest guy and starts with a fucking kick. He starts the fight with a kick. And I'm like, God damn it. They're fully going after it. I'm a peacemaker. I'm a diplomat. I'm not a fighter.
The biggest guy first.
Well, the biggest guy stepped forward. The guy who's the most angry at me, I'm walking up. I'm looking at him. Because I'm immediately trying to break up the fight. I'm a peacemaker. I'm a diplomat. I'm not a soldier. I'm a general. I don't like seeing the boys fight. So the one guy who's mad at me, I'm like, I point him. I'm like, you gonna fucking hit me? Are you going to fucking hit me? And he steps away. I was like, I'm not fighting. Fuck off. Like, get away from me. And I just try to, they're on the ground. This guy's fighting 3 people. And he's big. Defending my honor, dude. Shout out if you're listening. Defending my fucking honor. Grappling. There's blood everywhere. There's so much blood. He's fighting these guys. I'm trying to break it up. And all of a sudden, fight's over. It's done. Everyone's done. It was really 3 of the guys were fighting. The guy instigating the most, who hated me the most, didn't do shit. Pussy. Fuck you.
All mouth.
You're gay. You're the gay one. You're the gay fat guy. I'm like, all right. I was like, we get it out of our system. See what Joe Biden's doing to us? Don't let Joe Biden do this to us. And of course, they all laughed. They all were like, oh, yeah. I was like, you guys shake hands. I made them shake hands. And I was like, we're done? We got our fucking system? And everyone was kind of like, all right, yeah, we're cool. And except for the one guy, the guy was like, just get the fuck out of here. And I was like, we start walking back. The girls they're terrified. They get a car home. Yeah. They leave. Yeah. So, that dream's gone.
They don't like that.
Me and this guy that I met that night, we come back here. I'm like, I put my arm around him. I'm like, brother, you defended my honor. That was the stupidest shit I've ever seen anyone do. You just blew it for us with these 2, but you defended my honor.
Thank you.
I love you for that. He came back here. I made him ice his wrists with some frozen. So I brought a guy back who defended me. Ice is fucking wash the blood off, and we watched
10 to his wounds.
20 minutes of Rocky 4. We watched
to wind down
a little bit, and he only stayed for like 20 minutes. He left because it was 3 a.m. But it was just weird because Did
they explain what the deal was? What was their
No,
beef?
I kind of wanted to get out of there because the one guy who I can only describe as like Elliot Page. That's basically what he looked like. But his friends were normal, like they were probably like 21, 22, just like young guys, probably just wanted to fight.
Piss ants.
Not quite sure why. I don't know if the girls were if they knew them or what.
Yeah, did you take the girls away from them?
No way.
The girls didn't know these people were.
No. But
was it something you did like weeks or months ago?
It had to be something like that. Or they think I'm some other person.
Do they think you're another guy?
But yeah, it was very odd because earlier that night while me and Cody were at the bar, a guy came up to me and he's like, man, I see you in here sometimes. Seeing you just makes me so happy. I got to get you a drink. I was like, thanks, dude. So one person, just the sight of me,
fans and random enemies,
made him so happy that he bought me a drink. And then another group of guys just decided made them call me homophobic slurs and fight.
Interesting.
My knight, because I kind of see myself as the king.
So you sent your knight.
I sent my knight to battle a bunch of rooks and a couple of pawns. So yeah, I'm trying to that honestly kind of put me didn't send me in a tizzy, but it made me kind of evaluate what my spiritual energy that I put out into the world is, because it's definitely, I've made a choice to be a certain way, but the way I think people are now reacting to it is so extreme. I have to decide whether or not I want to double down and have maybe a cult and then have the FBI come and fucking kill me, or if I just want to chill and be a commercial actor.
It would be nice to have half the world battling the other half of the world, and it's all just which side of the Sam Naismith question do they fall on?
Yeah. I want to be
do we love this
on
guy?
trial
Do we
for
hate this
in New
guy?
York State. Yeah. No, I'd like a cult. That's another one. Waco.
Do you pull
Waco's
up and
back.
walk, or do you use the bidet? Do you love Sam? Do you hate him?
The Waco's back.
Waco?
Yeah, just like Netflix. There's a new show with Michael Shannon.
Oh, well, yeah, again, better watch Netflix to get to the bottom of this.
To know what happened with Waco, yeah.
Oh, that's also... Netflix also told me that weed is more healthy than cigarettes. It was from a Netflix documentary.
Man. If Waco...
And they got to the bottom of the Epstein stuff.
If
Turns
Waco...
out he's just a one rich guy who worked alone and thought he could do whatever he wanted because he was rich.
Yeah, I had someone tell me that R. Kelly is the black Epstein. I was like, you have a wild misunderstanding of what either of those men did. I haven't heard Epstein sing once.
And he never pissed on anyone. It was just regular sex bucks.
I don't think... Did Epstein ever use his product?
Yeah, probably. You got to test it out to make sure it's not broken.
I don't know if he did.
Offering this stuff up.
Is that like a charge? Was that a charge?
Yeah, he was having sex.
He was having sex with them.
Yeah, because I think they described his penis, and they used one of those reading meters, and
there are people
they were like, and he's a vegetarian, so it got really, really hard.
There are people that have seen my penis that I haven't.
They couldn't.
Yeah.
Oh, they've seen it, but you haven't slept with them.
Yeah. A whole classroom of high schoolers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Well, yeah, but we live post Snapchat world.
Yeah,
I used to send a picture
Epstein,
of myself.
Why don't you just download Snapchat?
Yeah.
You should have just downloaded Snapchat.
If that was your goal and not what it was.
Yeah.
I don't like talking about that guy. He gives me the ick. Let's talk about steel drums.
Epstein was hiding in plain sight. We all knew about him. We all knew what he was doing. But we had no one that was, legal aspect that would go after him.
I don't have a problem with it.
And one more thing. Mail for Sam! Mail for Sam!
Hello, this is Hank Hill, and I'm telling you what, you need to listen to Alex Jones.
Yeah. Infowars.com.
CRAFT, Creek Up. You promised my son that you are going to give him free Robux. And because of your free Robux promise, he stayed up till 2 o'clock night.
You have any idea who you're stealing from? You and your friends are dead! What is it based on? Is it because, and please let me phrase this correctly, because you're a Jew?
But we had no one that was, legal aspect that would go after him. They were afraid of him. For whatever reason, they were afraid of him. It hides in plain sight.
For 1 hour, he was there stuck and he expected you to give free Robux. What advertisement are you doing?